Assalamu alaikum, dear students. I am Muhammad Ali from Aspire Group of Colleges, and this is the seventh lecture of English. Students, today we will read the first poem from book 3 and then we will solve its exercise, and after that we will read some pairs of words. Let's start this lecture. Open your book from poem number 1, that is The Rain. It's a symbolic poem. It has been written by W. H. Davies. He is very famous poet. He was very poor in his early life. In his poems and in his writings, the favorite subject was poverty and nature. Similarly, he has used this topic in his this poem, The Rain. Let's start reading poem. I hear leaves drinking rain, I hear rich leaves on top, giving the poor beneath drop after drop. This a sweet noise to hear, these green leaves drinking near. Student, in this stanza, the poet describes the scene of rain. He says that he saw the scene of rain. He saw and he heard the leaves drinking water of rain. He says the upper leaves are rich because they are getting water of rain, and then they gave the water of rain drop after drop to the leaves on the lower side. That's why the writer calls them the poor leaf. In the end of the stanza, the poet says the noise which the leaves make while drinking water is sweet to hear. Here are some difficult words which are important for synonyms. The first word is rich. Here the rich mean the prosperous, wealthy, abundant and plentiful. The next word is poor. Here the poor means thin, scanty, scarce, meagre. Next word is beneath, below, under, lower than. Next word, sweet noise, music, melody, tune, rhythm, symphony. Now students, I am reading the second stanza of the poem. And when the sun comes out, after this rain shall stop, a wondrous light will fill each dark round drop. I hope the sun shines bright, it will be a lovely sight. This is the second stanza of the poem, and in this stanza, the poet describes the scene after the rain. He says, when the rain stops, the sun will come out. The sun will brighten every darkness round the drop of rain. He says, then there will be a very lovely sight. Some important words for synonyms are wondrous. Wondrous चौंका देने वाली, आंखों को खीरा करने वाली. And its synonyms are dazzling, vivid, luminous, gleaming and shining. The next word bright, and its synonyms are clear, fair, pleasant. Next word is lovely, beautiful, delightful, charming and wonderful. Next word sight, and its synonyms are vision, scene, spectacle and view. Now students, open your book from exercise. We will see the exercise of the poem. First of all, there is a question for choosing the correct answer. First sentence, who was drinking rain? And its correct option is the leaves, that is option C. Second, what was making the noise sweet? Its correct option is drops of rain falling on leaves, that is option D. When did the sun come out? Its correct option is D, when the rain would stop. The raindrops are brightened by sunshine. That is option A. In second question, we have statements for true or false. The first one, the poet hears leaves drinking rain. True. Second one, the raindrops make the leaves rich. True. The green leaves drinking water create a noise. True. The sunshine darkens the raindrops of rain. False. The sunshine after the rain makes the scene lovely. Students, in poems, there is another question we have to solve and we have to discuss, and this is reference to the context, explanation with reference to the context. In writing the answer of this question, there are three steps. First one is reference. In reference, the title of the poem and the name of the writer are written. The second step is context. Context is actually the central idea of the poem or the theme of the poem, and then the given lines are explained. Let's start. First one is reference. Student, you can see here how we have to write the reference. These lines have been taken from the poem Rain, written by W. H. Davies. Context. The poem is about rain. There are two stanzas in the poem. In the first stanza, the poet depicts the scene of rain. The leaves drink water of rain and produce a sweet music. In the second stanza, the poet describes the scene after the rain. He says that the sun will shine bright. The drops of rain will bright in the sunshine. It will indeed be a lovely sight. Then student, there is the explanation of first stanza. In this stanza, the poet says that he hears the sound of falling rain on leaves. The leaves seem to be drinking water. The top leaves are receiving water of rain direct. Therefore, they are rich. The lower leaves are getting water drop after drop. Therefore, they are poor. It seems as rich man is giving alms, coin after coin to the poor. While drinking water, leaves make a noise. Poet says that noise is sweet to hear. Student, this is for you as a sample. You can also attempt explanation after reading this explanation and reference to the context. Students, another important question which we have to solve from poems are the answer of short questions. In some of the poems, short questions are not given in their exercise, but even then we have to do the answers of short questions. Here the first question is, what is the theme or central idea of the poem? And its answer is, the poem gives a message of optimism. The poet hopes that sun of happiness will brighten every dark corner of the world. The darkness of oppression will disappear. Next question, what is meant by the rich and the poor leaves? And its answer is, symbolically, the upper leaves represent the rich while the lower leaves represent the poor of the society. The rich are enjoying themselves with luxurious life and the poor are deprived of necessities of life. Next question, number 3. What will happen after the rain? And its answer is, when the rain stops, the sun will come out, a wondrous light will brighten every round drop. There will be a very lovely sight. In this way, poet hopes for better time. Last question, how can a rainy day be enjoyed? And its answer is, people can enjoy rainy day in many ways. Some people love to go out in the rain. Some like to stay home and enjoy special dishes. Some are tempted to have good time with friends. स्टूडेंट, ये सब काम हमने पोइम में से करना था. पोइम के अंदर जो वर्ड्स हैं उनके सिनोनिम्स or explanation with reference to context, and then short questions. Students, next we are discussing the story writing. This question carries 10 marks, and while you are writing story, you have to keep some things in your mind. First of all, you must keep in your mind the story is always written in past tense. You should not use their present or future tense. You can use present or future tense in quotation marks if you require it somewhere. Otherwise, all is written in past tense. Today, we have to study, we have to read the story Union is 10. It's very famous story of old man and his sons. His sons were not united, they used to quarrel among themselves. Let's start reading this story. It's related that an elderly man lived in a village. Allah Almighty blessed him with 4 sons. As time elapsed, his sons grew into a muscular and handsome young man. They were impatient and jealous with one another. They used to quarrel with one another. The old man also got the wind of their quarrels. He tried hard to convince them about the significance of being united, but of no avail. With the passage of time, the old man became weak and ill, but his sons took no notice of his broken health. One day, old man hit upon a plan to unite his sons. The old man asked his servant to bring some sticks and to tie them in a bundle. He asked his son to break the bundle of sticks. Everyone tried hard but failed. At this, old man ordered his servant to untie the bundle, which he did. Then old man asked his elder son to break a single stick. He did it quite easily. Then he asked his other 3 sons to break the sticks one by one, which they did quite easily. Now it was high time for the old man to advise them. He said to them that when the sticks were in the form of bundle, they could not break them despite their best effort. But when the sticks were untied, they broke them quite comfortably. He also said, likewise, if you are united, none can bring harm to you. If you are not, you will be ruined. His sons got the philosophy behind the advice and wound up their quarrels. They started living happily after being united. स्टूडेंट, जब आपने ये स्टोरी लिखनी है तो आपने जो इसकी इलिस्ट्रेशन है, जो इसका मॉरल है, वो आपने बिल्कुल लास्ट में लिखना है. तो आप स्टोरी के ऊपर जो आपकी हेडिंग बनती है उस तरह की कोई हेडिंग दे सकते हैं. जैसे इसके ऊपर हेडिंग है द ओल्ड मैन एंड हिज सन्स, लेकिन आपने शुरू में मॉरल नहीं लिखना. मॉरल लिखने के बाद स्टोरी स्टार्ट नहीं करनी है. मॉरल चूँकि हमने बताना है तो उसे आपने बिल्कुल लास्ट में लिखना है. और जैसे मैं आपको पहले बता चुका हूँ कि स्टोरी आपने पास्ट टेंस में लिखनी है, लेकिन जहाँ कहीं आपको कोटेशंस में लिखना हो, डायरेक्ट स्पीच लिखनी हो, तो फिर आप उसे प्रेजेंट या फ्यूचर में लिख सकते हैं. अदरवाइज बाकी सारी स्टोरी पास्ट टेंस में लिखी जाती है. स्टूडेंट्स, इन द लास्ट ऑफ दिस लेक्चर वी विल रीड some pair of words, and they are starting from number 11. We have already discussed what kind of pair of words are given. Some are homophones, which are similar in their sounds but are different in their meanings, and some are similar in their meanings but are different in their sounds. The first pair here is adverse, and its sentence is everyone knows the adverse effect of smoking. इससे मतलब है बुरा या बुरे असरात. Next word, averse, bizarre, and its sentence is why are you averse to my going abroad. Next pair, air, जिससे मतलब है हवा. The birds fly in the air, and its second word is air. Don't poison her ears against me. Next one, effect. The sudden death of his mother affected him badly. Affect जो A से है ये इसका verb है, जिससे मतलब है असर करना, और जो effect E से है इससे मतलब है असर, जो इसका noun है. The rain has good effect on crops. The next pair is affection. Affection, mohabbat. The mother is an embodiment of affection. Second word of this pair is affectation, जिसे उर्दू में मतलब है बनावट. Your affectation has annoyed us a lot. Next pair is allusion. Allusion, ishara. I can understand his allusion in the speech. And the second word is illusion. Illusion, all over material progress is no more than an illusion. फ्रेब, धोखा, ये इसका उर्दू में मतलब है. नेक्स्ट पेयर इज ऑल्टर. ALTER ऑल्टर, इससे मतलब है ज़िबा गाह, कुर्बान गाह. एंड इट्स सेंटेंस इज द बुचर हैज़ ब्रॉट द काउ टू द ऑल्टर. नेक्स्ट वर्ड इज ऑल्टर. ALTER ऑल्टर, इट मीन्स टू चेंज, बदलना. एंड इट्स सेंटेंस इज आई हैड टू ऑल्टर माई प्लान. द नेक्स्ट पेयर इज alternate. Alternate, बदल कर. The doctor visits the patient or alternate days. Alternative is second word of this pair. Alternative, mutbadil. There is no alternative of truth. The next pair is altogether. Sab milkar. We went all together to welcome the principal. The next word is altogether and its sentence is after his father's death, Ali is altogether changed. इससे मतलब है मुकम्मल तौर पर. नेक्स्ट पेयर इज एमिएबल, खुश मजाज, मिलनसार. अहमद इज लाइड फॉर हिज एमिएबल नेचर. नेक्स्ट वर्ड इज एमिकेबल, दोस्ताना. एट लास्ट दे केम टू एमिकेबल रिलेशंस. नेक्स्ट पेयर इज इमेंड. द असेंबली कैन इमेंड दिस एक्ट. इमेंड मतलब है तब्दील करना. Next word is emend, EMEND, emend. The author will himself emend this article. इससे मतलब है ठीक करना. The author will himself emend this article. This was all about this lecture number 7. In the end, student, I am giving you an assignment. You have to solve it till the next lecture. And these are एक्सप्लेन द सेकेंड स्टेंजा ऑफ द पोइम. मैंने आपको आज समझाया है कि कैसे हमने एक्सप्लेनेशन लिखनी होती है, तो उसे समझकर आपने सेकेंड स्टेंजा की एक्सप्लेनेशन खुद से लिखनी है. देन प्रिपेयर एंड राइट द आंसर्स ऑफ शॉर्ट क्वेश्चंस. जो शॉर्ट क्वेश्चंस आज आपको बताए गए हैं इस पोइम के, वो शॉर्ट क्वेश्चंस आपने याद करने हैं और साथ में उन्हें लिखना भी है. और इन द लास्ट पेयर्स को भी याद कीजिए और जैसे जैसे ये आगे चल रहे हैं इन्हें याद करते रहिए. स्टूडेंट्स अपना ख्याल रखिएगा. टिल द नेक्स्ट लेक्चर, अल्लाह हाफिज़.